Yo guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? So, yeah, I'm just here to do a little just a chat, live chat with you guys. Just pretty much react to this game. So obviously I'm going to do a live for here. I'm going to do a live one, of course, tomorrow after those games are done. So yeah, look, man. So general thoughts on the games today. So correct me if I'm wrong, Real Madrid did win. And Marcelo did score again. I just wanted to be sure about that. So Real Madrid won, and Marcelo scored yet again 2 goals in 2 games. So basically, this is how it's going to go. So I mean, like, I want to just give my thoughts here, and I think um, first of all, I want to give my thoughts on United, man, and the whole Juve game, man. Um, as I said in my review, it was a mismatch, and there's a comment I did see. I saw a certain comment because someone said to me that Lukaku didn't get any service and I'm being too harsh on him. Um, in the game I watched, Lukaku did receive the ball. This wasn't the case where he literally didn't receive the ball at all. What you do with the ball is key. If you miscontrol it, how can I not criticize you for miscontrolling the ball? I told you, I'm not here to get on to Lukaku and say all of this about Lukaku and everything, but you have to just be realistic about it. That first of all, United, they got completely outclassed. Yes, they played a lot better in the second half and everything, but they got completely outclassed. But for Lukaku, I'm sorry, he's really bad. He's really, 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 really bad, man. Um, yeah, I mean, look, for me, look, I mean, I say again, like, I mean, are we going to blame Mourinho here? I have no idea we're going to blame Mourinho here, but I think for Juventus, that's why it's very hard for us to say whether Juventus are Champions League contenders here because as they'll probably get maximum points. So remember, they play Valencia at home, and I think they play Young Boys away. Two wins. I mean, those would be 6 wins, and I think they should beat United. I don't see United going to Juventus and actually getting anything at Juventus. But so this is pretty much going to be one of the most one-sided groups they've been in the Champions League, which you really wouldn't have been because you thought Valencia would have done more. And so we can't really say how well Juve can do because we have to see what they do for the rain. And also, Dybala needs to. He owes me a performance. Dybala owes me for completely disappearing in 2017 because that dude completely and utterly disappeared in 2017. So you think that Jose got the tactics right? Mourinho did. That's the best. Tactically, that is the best he could do. Okay, to be honest, it's a difficult one. Now. If it was left to me, because remember, Jose Mourinho is not an attacking coach; he's a defensive coach. If it was left to me, Lukaku doesn't play in that game, and I start with Martial and Rashford both as two strikers, and I play Pogba in behind them, and I bring in like the Pereira dude as an extra midfielder to go alongside Matic. So obviously Pogba is a midfielder as well, but I allow Pogba to try and be that guy that really tries to connect and play off of Martial and Rashford. So they're sort of like a triangular three, and I force Young and Shaw to pretty much be my wing backs. Obviously, Martial people can spread, but for me, Martial, who is your best attacking player, should play in his strongest position, which I think is centrally. And even if you're going to play him wide, and this thing about Martial, he's been played as a winger. He should be used as an inside forward. And that's just my thing, personally. So do you guys think like you've seen enough? Because again, I want to talk about Juventus, their chances against the champ in the Champions League. I want to maybe touch on Marcelo, and I want to have a discussion about Bayern Munich because I put out a review, and Bayern Munich have a lot of issues. Bayern Munich have a lot of flipping issues, man. So remember, guys, I'll try and read all of your comments. If you want your comments fully read, use the super chats because the super chats is how I will be able to see your comments highlighted, and I'll be able to read it and give you a shout out. So let me just go through some of the comments now. Yeah, United are not getting anything in Serie. No. Can Inter upset Barcelona? Possibly. I think they could. I mean, so that's going to be a very exciting game, and it's crazy because there's so many games to watch because I've got to watch the PSG Napoli game, got to watch the Inter Barcelona game. So how I watch those two games together is going to be pretty crazy. So will Inter upset Barcelona? I don't know. I doubt it. But can they do it 100%? I think they can upset them as Barcelona without Messi for sure. No, Cristiano played all right. Cristiano played all right. He played all right. Let's see what we did. What did he? What did he? All right, Saswat Pani, thanks for the super chats, bro. Juventus class defending displays organization. So how can Barca be your favorites for, especially with the atrocious defending? So that's from Saswat Pani. Thanks for the super chats. And Messi, that's why. For me, I think that Messi can do so much. And remember, we're still earlier on in the season. And I think the same thing has happened for Real Madrid in their past few seasons where, like, defensively, they were a bit... So maybe Barcelona may be crap in La Liga, but when it comes to the Champions League, they'll be able to raise their level and make less mistakes. What has happened to Alexis Sanchez? HH, what the hell is going on? How is he not starting for Man U? Sanchez is a brick. He's crap. He's declined. And we will never see Sanchez the best that he'll ever be. So that's why... Because when I was watching the game, I was... The thing that just shocked me the most was Sanchez wasn't even in the squad. And that's even shocking because, again, I was like, so United don't even have anybody to bring on. And that's unfortunate, but rightfully so, because I don't bring... Sanchez doesn't change that game in any ways. The way Juventus were defending and how organized they were, Sanchez would have done nothing in that game. So there's no point in even having Sanchez around the game because he'll literally bring absolutely nothing to you. Real Madrid are in a funk. Bad luck in front of goal today. Should have had 2 or 3 more G's easily. In other news, Man United are so down lucky. Valencia are ish this season. Yeah, I mean, look, you can say it's bad luck with Real Madrid and everything, but Benzema, man. I mean, why is Benzema there? That's just my view. Like, why is Benzema there? I don't think Benzema should really be playing in that team personally. That's just my personal view on it. Because Benzema is a brick, and again, why didn't you replace your top goal scorer? So let's talk briefly about Bayern Munich, man. Robin is old. That's just me being real. Robin and Ribery is old, and even as I was watching Robin today against Athens, I was like, look, man, I love this guy. I'll always love Robin. He's easily one of my personal favorite footballers of all time. But I've got to take my bias and my subjectivity, and I've got to put on my objective and analytical hat as a football analyst. And Robin shouldn't be starting for Bayern Munich. But Bayern should have already brought in a younger replacement for him. Fair enough, Kingsley Coman. Even if Kingsley Coman was fit, Kingsley Coman shouldn't be the main focal attacking winger of a team like Bayern. See, Coman should be an understudy for another dude. So why didn't Bayern go for Hazard? Or why didn't they put in a bid for a Bale? And so forth, because there are players out there that Bayern can get. So it is an issue that they're going for Robin and Ribery, and I think they just look slow. They just don't look like a team to be feared, And when you're really slow against a team like Man City or a team as tough and as serious as Juventus, I don't really give you guys much hope, and that's just me being fully real. Icardi to score tomorrow. I think he will. I think he will. Whether Inter will win, I don't know. But again, I see Icardi getting a G, especially with Barca's defense. I see them getting a G. But what you could find is Barcelona could just have a really amazing game where they keep the ball really well, and Inter may just find it very hard to get a really. Because remember, but to be honest, I say it's a big pitch. San Siro's pitch is also pretty big as well. So Inter are used to playing in a big pitch, which really helps. If you're used to playing in the big pitch, it really helps when you're playing at Camp Nou. Juve will win the treble this time. I'm not too sure about that. Whether they'll win the treble. I mean, whether they'll win They can win the Champions League, but I think it is way too early for us to say whether or not they can actually get up on the Champions League or not, man. Should Pogba leave United? Pogba should have never gone to United in the first place. And the team he should be at was the team that he was playing to today. Pogba should have never left Juventus. I said it when it was happening. I said this is a bad move. This is not a good move. He should have stayed. So he's in a predicament right now because Juve don't need him. Because if Pogba was to go to Juventus, does he naturally fit into the Juve team? I doubt it. I doubt it because that's a pretty tough team to fit into, man. We didn't even keep possession. I think no. I think Matic had a really bad game. Like Matic had a really bad game. Pogba didn't have a great game, but Matic did not have a really bad game. And I think United's inability to keep the ball or string 2, 3, 4, 5 quick passes together was scary. Because professional football players paid this much, and he can't really keep the rhythm of the ball. That's worrying, and that is pretty damn scary, man. Oh no, Koulibaly would fit great for Barcelona because Koulibaly plays very well. He's very good on the ball. He knows how to defend, and he's very good on the ball. And he can definitely fit into the passing game, and he can carry the ball from defense very comfortably, perhaps even better than PK. Well, which journalist was Marcelo arguing with, and what was it about, man? Yeah, Benzema shouldn't be allowed to kick a ball. Look, I think guys like Benzema, I think the guy may need a break. But he scored today though, so I think Real was so they only beat Victoria Pilsen by 2-1. Come on. Maybe Loptiki lives to fight another day, man. Bayern Munich will go far. Now, what makes you think Bayern will go far? Because that Bayern team I see, yeah, they'll make it out of the group. I don't see them beating Juventus, Barcelona, Man City, PSG, Liverpool. And you know what? Let's see what they do against Dortmund, because that's a game I'm really looking forward to right now, to see how Niko Kovac and this team plays against a Dortmund team who are looking very spicy, very sharp, and very fast indeed. I told you, man, Marco Reus, man, when he's at his best, he's top 3 AMs in the world, man, for sure, very easily. Yeah, I've always said this. The dumbest transfer of all time was when Barcelona let go of Etso to get Ibrahimovic. That's the worst of all time. But a close second, I would say, is Bayern letting go of Douglas Costa. Like, when you just look at, so Bayern lets go of Douglas Costa, but are still keeping and playing Robin and Ribery. That for me is insane. That move reeks of absolute total arrant stupidity. How do you let go of a dude like Douglas Costa, man? That's just messed up. Wasif Raja, what up to Wasif Raja? Give you a shout out. Thanks for your super chats. So you think Mourinho will work at Madrid? Ideally, long term, I think Pochettino is the guy for Real Madrid. I think that's the long-term solution. Short term, to get them back on track, I think Mourinho is a nice short-term fix. And I think what Real Madrid need right now is they need a short-term fix just to put them in the right direction. I think they're going in the total wrong direction and are going down a very dangerous path under Lopetegui, because it's painfully obvious that it simply doesn't work. And also, I'm hearing, I don't know whether it's true, I read a rumor that Marcelo wants out and he wants to go to Juventus in January. I don't know how true that is, but again, this is just a rumor. So yeah, Mourinho will not. I think Mourinho is a short-term fix for Real Madrid, but it's not a long-term fix. Now, a long-term fix is Pochettino. But look, you need to start winning games. Mourinho can win games, man. Yeah, crazy. Juve are still unbeaten, man. Yeah, look, for me, from Batshuayi, obviously he's been struggling a bit at Valencia, but say right now, Valencia at his worst is still better than both Giroud and Morata. So despite whatever Batshuayi may do at Valencia, it is not as bad as what Morata is doing. Because Giroud, he helps, he links play, but trust me, I mean, why is at least, I'm taking Baswa. I'm taking Baswa at his worst is still better than Morata, what Morata is doing, man. Um, Atletico are not favorites for the Champions League. They're underdogs, fully underdogs, man. Oh wow, so is going to start tomorrow. Interesting. I suppose it's a good game for him to start in because it's not really a high profile game, but still, you may not call it a high profile game. Liverpool need to win both games for them to go through. They have to win both games, and then see where the chips lie with regards to the Napoli PSG game. Because even PSG are under a bit of pressure. I think for PSG, they need to win that game in Paris when they face Liverpool, who are very good defensively. Some guy says he hates Allegri. So yeah, man. I'm just saying to myself right now that what do you do with Juventus now? No, sorry. What do you do with United as Mourinho? What do you do with these guys? Because I already said that they should have sacked Mourinho ages ago. They should have sacked him ages ago because I do not know what he can do with Lukaku. So you could say, okay, yes, he bought him and everything, but let's just put that to one side. Even if he bought him, surely United should have a squad deep enough for there to be other choices. Surely. So if you cannot bring on an alternative to Lukaku, and because that's why when I'm watching it, it's painful to watch because under normal circumstances, like Lukaku, all right, come off, let's bring in another striker in there. But because there is no other alternative, you just have to watch in absolute agony and pain at a guy just try his hardest to play football, and he simply can't. He simply can't. But yeah, look, man, Juventus, I mean, when I watch them, you see, I need to see this team against Man City or against PSG because we are judging them by what they've done in the Syria. Nobody can compete with them in the Syria. And we're judging them by the Champions League, where they're easily the strongest team in that group. So we can't even begin to say that, oh man, they are Champions League favorites because Cristiano has moved there. I mean, you can't simply say that. Of course, Cristiano desperately wants this in his locker, because if Cristiano could say, man, gosh, I've won Champions Leagues with 3 different teams in 3 different leagues, that would be huge. That would be flipping huge, and that would be a great achievement. It ain't the World Cup, but that is definitely a great achievement. But I think for Juventus, for me, the key thing is, again, Chiellini and Bonucci, as good as they have been, will they get exposed against Messi? Will they get exposed against Aguero? Will they get exposed against an Mbappe and a Neymar? Like, these quality of players, they've not faced yet. So we can't even talk about them as favorites if they have not really faced top level attacking players. We just can't do that. But one thing is for sure, Real Madrid are not winning the Champions League game. That's for at least that's why it's good that we will, for sure, we will definitely have a different name on that trophy. Like, we're not seeing Real Madrid doing 4 in a row. No. That can definitely be put to bed right now. See, now tell me, okay, people say this guy just said Mania has good players. Do United have good players, honestly speaking? Let's go through it. Lukaku is trash. Okay, Martial is good. Rashford is developing. I call him a guy that is developing. Mata, he may be United's best midfielder, but Mata he's past his peak. He's past his peak. And I'm not even sure that I'd even put Mata tier 3. I'm not actually sure about that. Maybe, I'm not sure. Put Mata tier 3. I'm not actually sure about that. Maybe, I'm not sure. Matic is okay. Pogba, inconsistent. Young is trash. Valencia is trash. Shaw is okay. Lindelof is a brick. Smalling is a brick. Jones is a brick. So again, the only truly amazing player that they have for me are De Gea and Martial. Those are the only two players who you say these are genuinely amazing players. Because Pogba has amazing. Those are the only two players who you say these are genuinely amazing players. Because Pogba has amazing ability. He doesn't really show it enough on the pitch. So I can't really put in a bit. So as far as the most amazing players who really play well and play at a high level, Martial and De Gea. So those are 2 out of how many? About 20 players that they have in their squad. Those are 2 out of how many? About 20 players that they have in their squad. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Maybe you can throw in Lingard there as well. Maybe you can throw in Lingard there as well. Which English side do you think will go further in the Champions League this season? Which English side do you think will go further in the Champions League this season? And it's going to be Man City. For Liverpool, as good as Liverpool are defensively, I don't think they're as strong attacking wise, and I see Liverpool being taken out a lot earlier. So they're strong attacking wise, and I see Liverpool being taken out a lot earlier. So Liverpool, I see maybe quarterfinals max. Man City, I think finals max. Finals max. I see them getting to the finals, and I think getting to the finals, and I think they are better equipped to go all the way. I don't think there's, and also forget about what Pep was saying about how, oh no, my guys are not ready and everything. No. That's his foolishness talk, because he's using the typical reverse psychology rule. So yeah, I think City are definitely the one team that I think could probably win it and go all the way and actually win the whole thing. What does you boys say? What does you boys say? So yeah, PSG Napoli is going to be fun, man. PSG Napoli is going to be a lot of fun, man. Look, man, FG, chill on Allegri. What do you want more from Allegri? You guys, Juventus are on unbeaten. What more do you want? They're unbeaten. They're still in the Champions League. Guys, I mean, the commentator Giorgio said this. Juventus have lost 7 out of 9 Champions League finals that they've appeared in. 7 out of 9. That is... So they've only won about 20%. Which is madness, man. Complete and utter madness. This man. Complete and utter madness. Look, I tell you, Napoli can beat PSG. I don't think it's a full conclusion. PSG should win. If PSG do not win, it would be embarrassing, and I'd probably induct Neymar and Tuchel if they don't win. But look, man, Ancelotti is doing his thing on the side, man. He's doing his thing on the side with Napoli, so it is very possible for them